Hi, folks. Lori and Bob here.
Yes, indeed. Here we are at home, not in the office.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we just want to do a quick video for you to give you some thoughts about how to manage through this time. We're all afraid. So, we all have our individual fears. One of our kids works in a hospital, so we are worried about her. My folks are in a retirement community, and of course, that's scary. What are you scared about, Bob?
Well, this is perfect for my hypochondriasis. I worry about disease, and I don't know if you've ever seen that, but yeah, I am. So this is not a good time for me.
Yeah. We got some OCD here, huh?
We
And
do.
now we have proof that we should be washing our hands
Right,
over
right.
and over.
And the one thing I want to say, Lori, and for those people out there, is that, when I have these fears, I need to really not ignore them, think about them, and maybe even talk to you about them,
Right.
and for you to be a little compassionate about my concerns.
hmm So the most important thing is whatever you are worried about, whether it's your income. We have some people who actually were laid off already. People are afraid about their loved ones getting ill or themselves getting ill. Just really connect with others about what your worries are. It
Right.
doesn't mean that they'll go away, but at least, we feel like we're not alone with them.
Right. In case you haven't really grasped all your worries, may I remind you the kinds of things that I'm worried about: illness, survival. I mean, basic
Mm-hmm.
survival
Sure.
feelings that come from a long time ago, helplessness, loneliness. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
to be lonely.
Isolation.
Isolation, suffering, the feeling of suffering, and there's enough ventilators and all that stuff flying around,
Right.
and loss,
Yeah.
losing people. And so these things are part of us. And we
We're
need to talk
all,
about them
yeah.
so we're not alone with them, because that's the
Right.
greatest fear of all.
Because right now we are all dealing with this loss of retirement income, people worried about money.
Right.
So let us talk, Bob, about some of the things that we've been doing to support ourselves and also other people,
Yes.
family, and clients. The one thing is news. We used to watch a lot of news.
You know what? Maybe if you want the news, then just go on the CDC. You get it straight. Okay. Too much news. I saw myself watching too much news, and it was
Mm-hmm.
because I was attempting to look for those nuggets of good news, but they're not there. Uh, this is the sum of all our fears, and you're not going to find it in news. You're going to feel frustrated and helpless. So
Right.
cut out the news.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly, the essentials are important. What you
Right.
do to maintain
Right.
your health and the health
Yeah.
of of your loved ones. But the news, I just felt myself
It's
searching
not
for an answer, and
helping.
it's not there.
You get lost in
And
it.
you get frustrated and you waste a lot of time.
So we have limited our news to once a day. The other thing is we've been really trying to eat healthier meals since we're home. We're not, as crazy busy running around as we were before. We're trying to get regular sleep and really be on a schedule because it's very easy to just feel, I don't know what the word is, Bob. If we're not really
On
on
a
a
specific
schedule, we're
schedule, we're
we're
scattered, we're
scattered, right?
fragmented, and
Right.
we need to be unified. And by the way, when we say eating healthy, and watch for certain things. I mean, our addictions can be called up here:
Yes.
drinking, overeating. This kinds of thing helps us escape, but we have to return to reality. So watch some people will get too involved in that, and it takes you away. It doesn't leave you at the top of your game where we all
Right.
have to be.
And also, when people drink or use drugs, and we've seen this in our couples work, there tend to be more arguments, more escalations, which is not good. So, keep that to a minimum. And the other thing is really managing our fear and anxiety. And some of the things we have seen people do is journal. A lot of people are writing sort of a journal of what's happening to them during this time. Do some relaxation techniques. There's a wonderful app called Insight Timer, and that has meditations and it has guided imageries and all kinds of information and talks,
Mm-hmm.
and we use that. Um, the other thing, Bob, is distraction. We've watched some good movies.
Mm-hmm.
We were on a virtual conference for 2 days, and that was a great
Mm-hmm.
distraction.
Right, right. And if your fears are you feel crazy or insignificant or overwhelming you, or you're feeling you're overreacting, it's so vital to be able to feel those feelings and also to be able to share them with your partner, because you don't want to isolate from those people who are around you. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
it's physical distancing, not social distancing.
Exactly. And, we haven't really mentioned kids. We do not have our kids, young kids at home now, but certainly we have clients who've had them. And the biggest thing that we have heard from our clients is to create a schedule with the kids, to share with your partner, and sort of create blocks of time where maybe each person gets a little bit of alone time away from kids and stress, and just be there for each other.
And understand that with kids we don't have that, so we're actually it's much easier for us. uh, there's some wonderful videos out there that show parents at their wits end, and this is natural and normal, and those frustrations need to be discussed and talked about, and actually it's a good role model for your kids to talk about your frustrations and fears, because when you model that, your kids will do the same thing.
Right.
And kids, with our kids, is I've always felt that that was a great incentive to be at my best, and frankly, when I'm doing for them and giving for them, I'm giving to myself in a lot of ways.
And also remember that kids are going to take their cues from you. So they will model or pick up on whatever you're feeling. So do your best to be your healthiest and your best at this time, and your kids
Right.
will get that.
Right.
And the last thing, Bob, is really to connect. And Bob and I got an account on Zoom this week, which a lot of people are aware of. There's free account, and there's also one that's $15 a month where you can have 100 people online together. And we actually had a virtual dinner with our kids, their partners, and my folks. And it was wonderful. We all brought our dinner, no cooking, no cleaning up,
no traveling, no
no
long-term traveling, no safety issues like
and
that.
We were all on the screen, and it had a great conversation. It felt like we were together.
Mm-hmm.
So I did miss the hugs, but
Well, we did hug each other and virtually, in a sense, hug other people.
Yeah.
Just remember that your support system doesn't have to shrink with all the technology right now. It actually, in some ways, we're seeing our kids more than we ever have before, and our loved ones and our family.
And we've heard more from friends and reached out more to friends.
Yeah.
Also, one other thing is to help other people.
Oh.
Bob and I reached out to other people, other neighbors,
right.
especially ones that are older than us, and really told them if they need anything at the store. And that feels really good because other people are alone. So anyway, just hang in there during this time.
One last thing, and when you do help other people, you're not isolated. You forget about yourself. You're thinking out of the box. And as you help other people, you're not alone.
Right.
Yourself.
And we are not alone. And of course, we are here. And anybody who wants to reach out, we're doing video sessions, we're doing phone sessions. If you just need some support, just give us a call or shoot us an email, and we are here for you.
Right.
All right?
Thinking about you.
Hang in there.
Yes.
Take care.